Bonjour, mes amis. Today we are finishing up Chapter 7 with a few more topics. But first, a quick review of passé composé. This is the past tense that we have been learning. We know that it is composed of two parts. The first part being a little verb called an auxiliary verb, and that can be either the verb avoir or the verb être, plus the past participle. So, for example, j'ai mangé. Nous avons entendu. We heard. Tu es allé. Aller is one that takes être. Nous sommes partis also takes être. And remember that there's agreement with the subject only when you're using the verb être in the passé composé. So, which verbs take être? You've memorized these, correct? These are all verbs of movement, but I bet you know them already. So if you paused the PowerPoint and circled all of the verbs that took être in the passé composé, which ones would you choose? These are the ones you chose, right? Yes, you got it right. So the first new topic are three new verbs. The verbs lire, to read, dire, to say, and écrire, to write. And they have similar conjugation. So répétez, je lis. You never pronounce the final consonant, je lis. Tu lis, il, elle, on lit, nous lisons, vous lisez, ils lisent. We never pronounce the ENT, right? But we do pronounce the S when we add the ENT. And now we have a past participle. When we're going to make that in the passé composé, we're going to use lu, L-U. So to say, like I say something to you. Je dis, tu dis, il, elle, on dit, nous disons, vous dites. Now this is very strange because as you know, the vous form of almost every verb ends in EZ. So this is one of the few exceptions. Vous dites. Ils, elles disent. And the past participle is dit. To write, nous écrivons. Oh, sorry. J'écris, tu écris, ils, elles ont écrit. Nous écrivons, vous écrivez. Are we pronouncing the ENT? No. Ils écrivent, elles écrivent. So it's follows a similar pattern in the singular. It's SST are the endings, SST, SST, ONS, EZ, ENT, ONS, EZ, ENT for the endings. The exception here is the vous dites. So, for example, this phrase, comment dit-on? That's the verb dire, and that's how you say, how do you say? How do you say, comment dit-on? We read the newspaper. Nous, remember how to say newspaper? Nous lisons le journal. How about this? You say yes. Let's use the pronoun vous. You say, vous dites oui. How about they write poems? Here we go. Ils écrivent des poèmes. Des poèmes is the partitive article. So past tense would be nous avons lu, vous avez dit, ils ont écrit. So all of these verbs use avoir in the passé composé, and these are the past participles. Okay, do you remember the pronoun y? So just as a quick review, the pronoun y replaces a location. So it's like the word there in English. So je vais à San Diego. I go to San Diego. I can replace this à San Diego with the pronoun y. J'y vais, which just means I go there. I go there. So the position of the pronoun is before the verb, j'y vais. How about in the passé composé? So how about je suis allé à San Diego? I went to San Diego. J'y suis allé. I went there. So again, it's before the verb, but it's actually before the auxiliary, right? J'y suis allé. So this pronoun sticks to the auxiliary. Nothing gets in between it. In the negative, the ne pas have to make room for that I. Je n'y suis pas allé. Let's practice. So in the present tense, how do you say tu étudies à la bibliothèque? How do you say you study there? Put it before the verb. Tu y étudies. How about passé composé? Tu as étudié à la bibliothèque hier. How do you say you studied there yesterday? You're going to put it before the auxiliary, right? Tu y as étudié hier. Negative, tu n'y as pas étudié hier. You didn't study there yesterday. Present tense, elle va souvent à Los Angeles. She often goes, how do you say she often goes there? Elle y va souvent. Passé composé, how would you say, elle est allée à Los Angeles samedi? How do you say she went there? Elle y est allée. She went there. How do you say she didn't go there? Elle n'y est pas allée. So practice the flashcards for these. L'été passé, Marc a voyagé à Rome. How do you say he traveled there? Pause the PowerPoint and see if you can get this. Marc y a voyagé. Tu es allé à la plage. Tu y es allé. Mes amis ont habité à San Diego. How do you say they lived there? Ils y ont habité. Nous sommes allés au travail. Nous y sommes allés. So practice this, practice the flashcards. And then the last quick topic here, the adverbs in the passé composé. An adverb describes a verb, describes an action. So, for example, bien, mal, beaucoup, souvent, trop, peu, vite, well, badly, a lot, often, too much, a little bit, and quickly, vite. So, vous avez bien dansé. So if it's a short adverb, it goes in between the auxiliary and the past participle. J'ai trop mangé. I ate too much. On a beaucoup étudié. We studied a lot. Now, if it's a longer adverb, it goes after the past participle. Rapidement, constamment, lentement, tranquillement, etc. So, il est parti rapidement. He left quickly. Nous avons parlé lentement. We spoke slowly. Let's practice this. How would you put this adverb in this sentence? You ate too much. Vous avez trop mangé. How about this? You ate quickly. This is a longer one. Vous avez mangé rapidement. How about this? I worked peacefully. J'ai travaillé tranquillement. And how about this? How would you say you did a lot? This is a shorter adverb, so it'd be tu as beaucoup fait. So, of course, there are flashcards for all of these topics. So please practice those and practice them with your group. Merci beaucoup. Au revoir.